Ready for a simple and easy to follow explanation of the 3 different layers that make up a blockchain? Welcome in, my friends. I am David here with CryptoTutorials.org, and today I'm going to take this complex subject and make it really, really simple to follow. As always, nothing on this channel is financial advice. It's just for education and entertainment. Okay, the easiest way I know to understand this is to think of the blockchain as a big computer. In this case, layer 0 is the hardware layer. On your computer, this is made up of chips, boards, power supply, memory, storage. For a blockchain, it's actually quite similar, but it's all networked and often run through the cloud. Blockchain layer 0 is where the miners and validators check transactions and where the network servers store the data. Next is layer 1. This is the operating system or the execution layer. If you have a Mac, it's probably Ventura. If you have a PC, it's Windows 11. This layer also hosts all your files and all of the programs that run on your computer. For a blockchain, each runs its own unique operating system. So depending on whether you're on Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Solana, you're going to be running different software. Now, one of the big differences is what's called the consensus mechanism. This is how transactions on the blockchain are validated. Older systems like Bitcoin use a processor-intensive method called proof of work. Basically, each miner competes to solve a very complicated puzzle. Newer systems like Ethereum and Solana use a much more efficient method called proof of stake, where you have to put in a certain number of tokens into a holding account to become a validator. To learn more about the different consensus mechanisms out there, click on the link up here. Another major difference between layer 1 chains are the smart contracts. Not all blockchains have smart contracts, but most do, and each are a little different. Ethereum uses a software called Solidity to code their contracts. Solana uses a version of Rust. And newer chains like Radix are moving to asset-oriented systems. Each is a little different, and each is designated by their layer 1 protocol. Also, each layer 1 blockchain has its own designated token called the native token. This usually shares the same name as the blockchain, like Ethereum, Solana, or Bitcoin. These are really, really important because these tokens are how you pay for gas on the network. When you interact with anything on layer 1 or layer 2, you have to pay for gas with this token. It can be a little confusing for newcomers, but I'll go over more about it shortly. Then we have the execution layer. This is also part of layer 1. This is like the programs, applications, documents, and data that you store on your computer. Only on a blockchain, it looks like smart contracts, NFTs, non-native tokens, decentralized applications, games, and cross-chain programs. The ability to host other tokens on another blockchain was a major advance in the cryptocurrency world. For example, Shiba Inu is the 12th largest token in the world, but it only exists on the Ethereum blockchain. They were able to create this token without inventing a new operating system or bringing on new miners because they built it on the execution layer of Ethereum. That's why you need to pay your gas fees in Ethereum when you buy and sell Shiba. There's no way around this. This system has allowed tokens to be created quickly and easily, and often given away for free. These are called airdrops. If you don't know how to get your hands on free tokens like this, go to getmyfreecrypto.com. I have a $97 airdrop masterclass, and it is totally free right now. Then comes something completely unique to blockchains called a layer 2 program or a sidechain. This is a separate blockchain. It's got its own miners and its own consensus mechanism. It has a unique layer 0 and layer 1, but then it records the highlights of each transaction on another blockchain. Let me give you an example. But before we go over that, please give this video a quick like if you learned something useful so far, and tap the subscribe button if you want to keep learning. I'm recording easy to follow training on everything from blockchain basics up to advanced trading, decentralized finance, and investment evaluations. Okay, so Ethereum, the second largest blockchain in the world, has some major flaws. It's slow. It only processes 17 transactions per second, and it can be crazy expensive. As people try to process more transactions than it can handle, the price per transaction goes up and up and up to compensate. At really busy times, it can be hundreds, even thousands of dollars to process one transaction. The most popular solution to this is a sidechain known as Polygon. Now, Polygon has its own layer 0 hardware and layer 1 software, but it processes data using a different consensus mechanism that's much faster and much less expensive, but not quite as secure. So they fixed this security problem by recording some transaction data on Ethereum. Polygon's software was built to be compatible with Ethereum, and they can handle hundreds of transactions per second at very, very low cost. Then they record the necessary data onto the Ethereum network in what's known as a rollup. Thus, they get the speed of their own network and the security of Ethereum's. It's not a perfect solution, but one of the most successful so far, with Polygon sitting as the number 14 token in the world and being used by companies like Coca-Cola, Starbucks, and Disney. If you have any questions about any of the blockchain layers, please leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. These consensus mechanisms are very, very important. They started out with just proof of work and proof of stake, but now there are many different options. This is something you need to know before you start investing in tokens. And for that, you're going to want to click up here.